All right, everybody, welcome. We are here at Las Vegas tonight for Turn Down for What Trucks. Should be an interesting night. I believe they're running 100 laps at Las Vegas. 10 minutes left in practice as of right now. Currently, the point standings are really close. You got Joshua Arnold leading the points in that 22 Pennzoil machine with 85 points with one win. Christopher Murphy in that 21 truck is second with 80, so he's only 5 points behind. Then the rest of the field is a little bit further behind, but they're really stacked up from third to 11th. They're only separated by about 10, 11 points. So these guys are really stacked in the points right now. 3 races into the season. Las Vegas is usually a track that a lot of people try to drive too far into the corner and usually get loose coming about halfway through the corner or get loose coming out of the corner because they're trying to get in the gas too early. So you really got to baby it kind of going into the corner and then just kind of watch it roll through the corner a little bit and then get in that gas easy without stabbing it so that the truck doesn't come around. But interesting night tonight, Las Vegas. We've got a bunch of heavy hitters in this one. We got 28 trucks so far, or 29 signed up for tonight so far in Turn Down for What. I believe they were expecting right around 30, 32. So this is going to be a big field. Big track, a lot of momentum carried through this one. A lot of draft really helps pull these trucks around. Josh Arnold currently is fastest in practice. Cole Snyder is second fastest in practice in that 99 machine. The 35 of Tiffany is third fastest. And then the rest of the field is kind of spread out right now as they're just kind of running laps. I think some of these might be hot laps with drafting partners. But currently, you got Enrique Quiones, fourth fastest in practice. Rodney Ayers, fifth fastest in practice. Dave Covier, sixth fastest practice. Hunter Peach, seventh. Jeremiah Matthews, eighth. Pete Ruzick, ninth. Byron Jones is 10th fastest. So definitely a huge field tonight. A lot of trucks on track. Can cause some issues for guys. You know, a little bit of getting too close, maybe being a little too aggressive, but we'll see how this night goes. I'm going to try to reach out in the Discord and grab a couple guys to see if I can pull them in and see if we can get some perspective on how guys are feeling on track and, you know, what else they're doing on track to try to make up speed. Let's go ahead and try to find your points leader, if I can find him here. I'm actually not seeing him. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab, see if we can find Chris Murphy, see if he's available in Discord. Nope, I don't see where any of these guys are listed here in the top 5. Actually, I got Stan, so let me see if I can grab Stan, see if I can pull him up into the booth. Hey Stan, you got a copy of this? Is SWAT's in the booth.
Yeah.
Hey Stan, just checking in with a few different drivers to see how you guys are feeling tonight. You know, how's the track feeling? How's your truck feeling? And then you got any expectations for tonight's race? You are currently fourth in the points as of right now through 2 races.
Yeah, the track's going to change here with the ×4. It's going to be different than what I'm used to. I have pretty good experience here at this track specifically, so we're looking to try to be somewhere in the top 7 tonight.
Gotcha. Well, you are running. Let's see, where are you at in the practice?
Yeah, right now I'm
Oh,
sitting
you're only 23rd,
23rd.
so
I did a couple of short runs, but
gotta get out there and find some drafting partners, buddy.
Yeah.
This track is definitely got the draft to help pull around these vehicle or these trucks. Um, so definitely look forward to watching to see what you can do tonight. Maybe you can move up through the points. You're not too far behind in fourth, so um, good luck out there, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of the night.
Yeah, have a good race up there.
Yep. Shad, you got a copy of this? Swats in the booth.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, you're at Las Vegas tonight. You are currently sitting ninth in the points. Um, any expectations for tonight? I know we did have the two first races, and you got caught up in some damage. Last race at Phoenix was unaware of the amount of damage that you had, which kind of hindered you toward the end of the race. But still in ninth in the points. Can make up some points tonight at Vegas. I know you're usually pretty good, pretty fast at Vegas. So, what are your expectations for tonight?
I honestly don't know because this is one of those tracks where, for majority of the run, you're full throttle the whole way around. So it's kind of gonna be like racing at Daytona around here. Hopefully, I don't get involved in anything, and um, hopefully, my strategy, which is gonna be the long run speed, will prevail. But I don't know. We'll have to see how quickly these guys burn their tires off.
Well, usually at Vegas, we watch guys try to dive it down to the bottom, and they usually wind up burning those tires off pretty quickly within the first 15 laps. So, your strategy of long run could definitely pay off with those guys burning off the tires. But we'll have to watch and see what happens with you tonight. But good luck, and hopefully you bring that one truck home in victory lane.
All right, thanks, man.
Papa Bear, you got a copy. This is Watts in the booth. Papa Bear, you got a copy, buddy. Mr. Mike Concho, do you have a copy? This is Watts in the booth.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, buddy. You are sitting seventh in points as of right now for this truck series early on through the first two races. What are your expectations for tonight at Vegas?
Hopefully, just keep it clean and try to work my way to the front. I usually don't qualify too well, but I'm just hoping I can stay out of trouble.
Well, it looks like currently you are sitting 26th fastest in practice. Are you just trying to run some short runs, or are you actually getting out there and trying to draft with guys and try to, run those fast laps like some of these guys?
I just now ran my first lap.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
I just got in here.
All right. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing what you can do tonight. See if you can make up some points. You're not that far off of third place, as looks like fourth through ninth are only separated by 11 points total. So you're only sitting, I believe, 6 points from third.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know it's a really tight battle there at the top 7 or 8.
yeah, this early in the season, though, these races where you can be steady and make up the points definitely could pay dividends towards the end of the season. So good luck tonight, and hopefully we are talking to you at the end of the night on the podium.
Thank you, man. There's a little bit better lap there.
All right, where'd you move up to?
Third.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you got the speed. So let's see. Where were you at when I pulled you?
26.
No. I mean the chat. What room were you in the channel?
Oh,
Were you sitting in
NXT.
general? Oh, you were sitting in NXT. Okay. Let me send you back up there. Good luck, buddy, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end of the night.
I hope so, man. Have a good one.
Yep. Papa Bear, you got a copy? Mr. Mike Campbell, do you got a copy? All right, looks like we're not going to be able to talk to our owner tonight, but maybe we can grab him during if they have a caution or anything like that. We'll try to grab some people as this is going on, but Right now, it looks like they got about 19 seconds left in practice, and then they'll have the qualifying going on. We will try to get in before the qualifying is over, but I am going to currently run the national anthem and give the huge shout out and thanks to all the soldiers and frontline workers out there supporting and defending the red, white, and blue. It looks like Papa Bear's joined us in the booth. Papa Bear, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. I was just trying to check in with you to see how you were looking on track and what your expectations for these guys at Las Vegas tonight is.
Well, the track is awesome. I was just did a 30 lap run and it held together pretty good. I'm not going out for qualifying now, but we got 30 plus guys here tonight, and I just messaged with them and told them, you know, we got to bring that aggressiveness down with this many guys out here, and let's be positive with it and be patient. Bring that patience part right up.
Gotcha. Well, we're definitely hoping to see some green flag running tonight. Usually you guys are pretty smooth. Usually go around 0 to 3 cautions, I think, is the average for the entire season, last season in Xfinity, and so far this season. Normally you guys, I think, ran like 4 or 5 races straight at the end of the season last in Xfinity with 0 to 1 caution. So hopefully we can stay green tonight, and maybe we'll see you in the podium at the end of the night. You running anywhere near fast speeds like these guys I'm seeing coming through practice?
Let you tell you here in my first lap, I'm 18th.
All right. Well, anything can happen, and you know, maybe luck will swing your way, and you'll be able to get back up on the podium, and we'll see you at the end of the night.
That's right.
All right, bud. Well, good luck. All right, looks like I might have someone joining me in the booth, which will definitely help me with talking for the last hour and a half for the previous one. And maybe I won't have to talk to myself for this about hour 15-minute race here. So we'll see if he gets in here. Qualifying looks to be wrapping up. They got about a minute left in qualifying. As of right now, Shad Swatsworth, who we spoke to earlier, is currently in first position. Brian Tiffany is second in that 35 machine, and then Hunter Peach is third in that 26 truck. But let me switch over and we'll catch the end of qualifying. So it looks like they got 15 seconds left. And I believe Shad Swatsworth is going to get his first pole of the season unless somebody squeaks out a last second lap here. I don't see anybody on track who's been able to make that lap. So looks like, and timer runs out, and Shad Swatsworth gets the pole for Las Vegas Speedway tonight. All right, let's see. We need to switch up the cameras. So like I said, Shad Swatsworth brings home the pole for Las Vegas and turned down for what trucks? Brian Tiffany second, Hunter Peach third, Joshua Franks fourth, Joshua Arnold, their points leader, fifth, Jake Millsap sixth, Justin Quimby 7th, Robert Pierce 8th, Michael LeBlanc 19th, Bradley Rivers 10th, Brad Herman 11th, Enrique Quinones in that 98 truck is 12th, Pete Ruzick 13th, Byron Jones 14th, Brad Cross 15th, Jeremiah Matthews 16th, Joe Tardiff 17th, Cole Snyder comes in 18th in that 99 truck, Nathan Lehman 19th, Michael Allen in that 88 truck will be starting 20th, Christopher Murphy 2nd in points, 21st, Robert Ballard Jr. 22nd, Joshua Roberts 23rd, Benjamin Lee 24th, Stan Carnathan, who is 4th in points, is 25th. Mike Campbell, your owner, Papa Bear, is starting 26th. Rodney Ayers 27th. Jeff Lumdam, who we just talked to, who's in 7th in points, is 28th tonight starting out. Jarrett Manning is 29th. Dave Covier is 30th. And rounding out the field, 31st, is Randy Busquet. And I believe I heard a ding, so I believe somebody else has joined me in the booth.
Yeah, man, what's up?
What's going on, Terry?
Figured I'd give you a little bit of somebody to talk to.
A little breathing, maybe, because it's that late model race was a little tough to talk for an hour and a half, and then jump straight into this one.
So race, and you had a lot of time to sit there and talk. And,
yeah.
Well, it ain't no sense you have to do 2 races back to back by yourself. It's Sunday night. I ain't doing nothing. Why not come out here and call some turn down for what truck race?
Well, I definitely appreciate it. These guys are looking pretty fast. Shad especially got the pole. Brian Tiffany, who's a newcomer to turn down for what I believe this is his 2nd race, and he is 2nd tonight starting out. Hunter Peach, I believe he's 3rd in points, and he's going to be starting 3rd. And then your points leader, Joshua Arnold, in that 22 Pennzoil truck, is going to be starting 5th tonight.
You got a lot of strong people in the field. I'm
this
looking
feels nuts. 31 trucks.
Yeah, it's crazy on what's going to happen here. You know, we're at a tough track anyhow. Las Vegas is a tough place to go. You look at your points leader. Shad's fast in the 1. He sits on the pole, and then you just keep going down through here. You got you got Pete in the field, a guy that we enjoy to see, expert racing. Their esports team has picked up. They've seen a lot faster as they continue to go, and you got these newcomers as well. They don't know what they're going to do this evening, so it's going to be interesting to see how they hold them off.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in this field, and there's actually a few people missing that are not here tonight that were here last week. So, but they're going to go green here. The pace car is going to jump off, go to the restart box. That one truck is going to lead them in. Shad is going to get the jump on the restart, gets out to the lead. And that 35 was a little bit late on the start. The 26 is pushing the 1 into turn 1. And we got a caution already.
Yeah,
I believe that's
Papa
Jeff
Bear
Lundum.
right there. Papa Bear said he missed a shift right there. As soon as I loaded in, all I heard was, "Oh, I missed a shift."
Oh, God. We had the 98 flipping across the front stretch, and they weren't even up to speed yet. Oh, that wasn't Papa's fault, actually. It looked like it was the 32. Let me spin that back a little bit further. It looked like the 30. Oh, no. It was actually further up. It was an accordion effect. Whoever's in the black and red truck, and I believe that is... Geez, let me go through and find out who that is. Black and red, black and red. Is that Jake Millsap? It might have been Jake Millsap missed the shift, and it just accordioned everybody back, and then it looked like Papa also missed a shift, which then the truck in front of him, which I believe was Robert Ballard, got into the back of whoever was in front of him in the pink truck, and it just turned Ballard right into the wall. And then you see the 37 go airborne straight up into the air and flips down the front stretch, landing on the Pennzoil logo coming out of pits. And that's going to be a very quick, fast repair for that 37 of Jeff Lundum. That's a highlight reel for sure on that one. I mean, he goes straight airborne like he took off. So it's the pink and white truck, I believe it's the 88. Put the 32 in the wall. God, Terry, did you see that truck go flying? Terry, you still there?
Yeah, I'm having
Okay.
a little see
All right.
my internet.
All right, so we saw the 37 go airborne, straight launched it, and now we saw the 29 spin on the caution lap. Not sure what happened with the 29 there, but he got spun on the caution lap. So it looks like Jeff Lundum is going to be our first casualty with 1 lap down. We did use that fast repair as he had to, as he definitely took off like a rocket ship launching, kind of like the old school riding your bike as a kid, using the ramp and jumping as far as you can. He definitely went for it. Jumped the whole way into the end of the front stretch, and then flipped and rolled and landed on the Pennzoil logo at the end of the pit road. So for sure needed to use that fast repair. But we are 4 laps in, and we're going to restart this.
Let me restart. My computer's just working about restart. For some reason, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties on my end.
All right, no problem, buddy. So, yeah, we are 4 laps into the race. We got about 3 or 4 cars that might have had to use their fast repairs right there. So far, the 1 is still out front, so he's got his bonus point for the pole sit, and 1 point also for leading the lap. He's going to try to lead the most laps tonight to get another bonus point to try to creep out of that 9th position he is in the standings. He's only, I believe, 22 points out of the lead, so they're not really separated a whole lot here in the point standings. So, but Hunter Peach is up to 2nd. Brian Tiffany, who started 2nd, has fallen to 3rd. Joshua Arnold, who started 5th, has moved to 4th. Joshua Franks, who started 4th, has fallen to 5th. And then 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th are all in their original positions. And then they start getting jumbled up back there with all the cars that were wrecking and flipping and launching up into the moon, or going towards the moon. The 37 in that Duluth Trading definitely shot off like a rocket after he jumped the 32. I'm pretty sure he was looking at the moon whenever he went up. Well, we're going to go green again with 1 lap to green under this caution. I don't believe a whole lot of people pitted. Only the back half of the field came for tires. The rest are still on their original set. Shad talked to us earlier before the race and said that he was having the strategy of a long run truck, but then he was able to have the short run to get the pole spot. So I don't know if that bodes well for him having the short run speed and the long run speed, if that works out for the rest of the field tonight. But that's kind of scary that he was hoping to have long run speed and definitely felt like he had long run speed, and then came out here and ran a fast lap in the qualifying and got the pole. So might be some scariness for the rest of the field. But I do believe my other broadcaster has rejoined. Terry, you there? And I am not hearing Terry. All right, we'll see if he comes back in. But they're going to be coming off of 4 here. The pace car in that Ford Mustang will be dropping to the pit lane, and the 1 in the 26 will lead him into the restart box. The 1 should get a good jump as he is the lead truck. There they go in the restart box. The 1 gets a great jump out of that restart box and leads by at least 2 cars going out of the tri-oval and going into turn 1. He's got a massive lead already. The 26 was really slow on that jump, and the rest of the field was bottled up because of that. So far, clean through 1 and 2. Everybody is 2x2 all the way back through the field, except for the leader. Terry, is that you? Did you rejoin?
Yeah, trying to get it back to iRacing.
All right, buddy.
Main computer had to update.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. It
I
definitely
don't know
sucks.
how to work these things.
I try to get mine to automatically do it sometime in the middle of the night, but every once in a while I've had it pop up during the stream, so definitely can understand that. But right now we're 7 laps in. Shad is still out front. The 22 and 26 tangle right there in turn 2. 22 gets into his left rear just a little bit and slides him up the track, but he's unable to make the pass as the 26 is able to carry the momentum, or 35, sorry, is able to carry the momentum through the corners. 26 fell from 2nd to 4th, with Joshua Arnold moving up now into 2nd.
I'm loaded. I'm kind of surprised you see Shad. He's able to walk away with the
he gets a
field
little
just
loose
a little
there.
bit.
That's going to allow Josh to get to the outside of him. Yeah, Shad said he was looking for long run speed, but then he came out and ran a qualifying lap and got the pole. So that's what I was saying earlier. I think that's kind of scary for the rest of the field if he was really thinking he had a long run truck and then comes out and runs a fast hot lap for qualifying.
I don't ever believe Shad when he tells me he's looking for a long run or something. That man on the NASCAR heat side of it, he would say, "Oh, there ain't no way I'm going to win this race." He'll go out there and just walk a mile with them. He come in here and he says, "Oh, I'm looking for this speed," and he comes out and he's walking the field with them. He has that knack that when he says, "Oh, I don't have the car to beat," he normally is the guy to beat. But I think let this race kind of play through a little bit. We'll see some of these guys come with the long run.
I know he said for the long run to work, he really needed to save his tires, and he was going to give up the lead if somebody else was driving hard and let them burn off their stuff. Most of the time we see Las Vegas, that 10 to 20 lap range on the tires is usually where guys burn them off, and then that 20 to 40 lap range is where guys who saved make up a lot of time and wind up passing those guys that tried to, really stretch their lead or really be aggressive with their tires and wind up burning them off. But Shad's holding strong right there on the inside, 2x2 for the first 3 rows.
Well, I look at what Joshua Arnold's doing right now on the outside. He's trying to work that middle groove, going a little up. You got a little bit of damage on the back bumper on the passenger side for the 1, but the 22's making a good hard charge on the outside. He's got the 26, a Hunter right behind him, and he's going to clear him. Pink rims go to the front.
Yeah, Cold Dog Racing, which there's a few of them. There's 4 of them in this field tonight. They're all running pink rims for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then we have a few other drivers running pink, either paint schemes or got pink logos or breast cancer awareness logos on their trucks. I know the 88 is running as always for this month for the Warrior group that he was promoting a couple weeks ago. But it looks like he's a little slow on off the pace as the lead lap cars are about to get to him. Hopefully he can stay out of the way as his truck looks to be pretty damaged after that first caution that sent Mike Honcho flying to the moon.
He had a ton of damage on that right side, and Shad's actually fallen back a little bit. The conga line on the high side, the top 3 with Joshua Hunter and Bradley Rivers, they've been able to work their way to the front, work in the middle lane, which is something I didn't think was going to come into effect until about 20, 30 laps into the run, that we would see people trying to migrate up high. But Joshua Arnold, J-Pie over here, the fastest 22, he moves his way to the front. Now we got to see, can Shad keep the speed in that truck, and can he be consistent with it with just a tick amount of damage?
Yeah, I don't know. Shad said, like I said, he said he was gonna, let the guys run hard in front of him. He got his pole. He would lead a lap. He got his 2 bonus points. He really wasn't worried about the most laps point. It was more about the end finish game for him and trying to get the win to get those 3 bonus points for the win. So his strategy, he told us, was for him to have a long run. He was just going to let everybody burn off his tires. So to see him fall off isn't super surprising to me. Yeah, he's got a little damage, but I've seen him work Texas. I've seen him work Las Vegas. I've seen him work Kansas, and a couple others that you really got to conserve those tires because these tracks can just shred them. So I don't know. I want to say he's doing it on purpose, but then who knows? Could that damage really be a big enough effect on him right now? Who's in this 13 truck, the Marlboro truck? That's a nice looking paint scheme too. That's is that
Michael.
Mark LeBlanc? Michael LeBlanc, sorry.
Yeah, I've been shocked with what Bradley Rivers has been able to do. I've watched him win races throughout his time on iRacing. I watch him on his Facebook page and on his Twitter. I'm seeing him every single week get faster. He's finding a way to step the line of out of control, and that's kind of what J-Pod to teach me when I in Xfinity over here is get it to the very end, get to the edge of out of control, and that's when you're truly fast, and that's when you test yourself. And we see him now 2 by 2 behind the leader. J-Pod's working it like it's a restrictor plate, going from top to bottom, blocking every line he can.
Yeah, what's crazy is the two that are in second and third just ran 125 laps at Bristol in the super late models and then jumped straight over here with only 10 minutes left in practice and ran a few laps and then ran qualifying. And they started 11th and 10th together, and they have moved through this field as teammates and are now up here second and third, just hounding J-Paw in that 22 Cold Dog racing machine.
The cream always rises to where you want it to go. You dump it in your coffee, it goes to the top. You're going to know that it's there. Those guys are two of the most talented people. I was watching that late model race, and they were doing a great job there. They ran the whole race, and that's a tough task to ask for, doing a lot of those, and then coming over to Vegas, which is just polar opposite. You know, hold it to the floor, hope that you don't wreck, and they're.
Yeah, they were over there fighting. They finished in the top 10, both
exactly
of them.
what they said they're going to do. They're going to come up here and they're going to win.
Yeah, both of them ran 125 laps and wound up finishing in the top 8, I believe, for both of them. But running 125 laps in super late models at Bristol and then jumping straight into a truck and running 110 laps at Las Vegas has got to be a workout on those forearms and wrists. I know my wrists kill after one of those races, and then doing 2 of them, I'm not sure how they're able to do it, but these guys spent a lot of time on iRacing. Herman is everywhere, it seems like, in different series. Rivers is right behind him, following him in different series, going all over the place. So I wouldn't be shocked to see these two try to get up here. And maybe running at Bristol like that got them into a rhythm and got them a feel running that many laps. Yes, it was in super late models, but time on track is time on track to me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of track time is always the best thing to do when you're around here as the caution does come out here.
I believe that's in the middle of the pack back there with the 48. So let me jump back and see if I can find it real quick. Ooh, it's a big pile up too. It actually looks like the 80. Ooh, nope, 88 was involved in it, but so the 43 and the 151. The 43 is Stan Kernathan, who's 4th in points, gets involved with Benjamin Lee in the 151. They tangle up, go into the wall, and that brings in the 88, and several other trucks are involved in this one. The 88 already had major damage from the first caution that came out, so I don't think he used that fast repair already because he was slow on track, and he is currently 3 laps down, so I don't think he used that fast repair, but he's for sure going to have to use it now because his truck is smoking like crazy. And the 43 towed, and he's on pit road.
Oh. So many technical issues over here on my end. I keep getting screens of just blankness.
Well, as of right now, Joshua Arnold is continuing to lead this race. Brad Rivers is second in that 69 truck. Brad Herman in the 85 MTC Esports truck. Shad Swatsworth in that 1 Cessna truck. Hunter Peach is 5th. Michael LeBlanc in that 13. Actually, I really love that paint scheme. I don't know why. Marlboro paint scheme. It looks really clean. It's in 6th. Brian Tiffany, who started 2nd, is 7th. Brad Cross makes his return to Turn Down for What, and he is currently 8th after starting 15th in his Toyota truck. Enrique Quiones is 9th in that 98 Cold Dog Racing machine as well. Joshua Franks is currently 10th. Pete Ruzick is 11th, who started 13th in that Chevy 8 truck. Hopefully we can see Pete climb up and get into a podium. He was in podium last broadcast for me for Turn Down for What at Phoenix, I believe. So, or no, that was Daytona. The first race of the season, he was podium. He had called that too. So it was really nice to talk to Pete at the end of the night. Hopefully we can talk to him tonight here at Las Vegas.
Yeah, most of these guys are getting a lot of good time. It's good to see Pete getting a race up. A little stuff he had to do, but it's good to see him back on the racetrack. A lot of these guys out here, you see Nathan Lehman. He walked from the broadcast booth, went on the track, started doing good. I kind of wish I had their luck because him and Byron Jones both at the same time, they were able to go call races and then go still race, and they're doing great jobs doing it. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come up. But a lot of these guys up here doing a good thing as Josh Arnold takes the lead back.
I just took a peek at Nathan's truck, and it is Dr. Disrespect, and he is all over the truck, and he's got his slogan, "The Way Better," on the side of it. He's got all kinds of stuff on it. It's kind of funny to see that paint scheme because I watch a lot of Dr. Disrespect on TikTok and Twitch, different things that I watch him on Facebook Live. He's all over the place, so it's kind of funny to see him on Nathan's truck. But I do have to bring up tonight's sponsor, DeCarlo Autos. They are the new sponsor for Truck Series. Unfortunately, I did not get time to put that logo in. I sent it to you, Terry, last night, and then just completely forgot. I was actually working on my vows for timing for my vows for the wedding next weekend, so I completely forgot to add that sponsor to the actual stream page. But that is the new Truck Series sponsor. It is the Carlos Auto Body Service Center. They have stepped on to be the series sponsor for the trucks. Definitely appreciate them, and definitely look forward to seeing if one of them or maybe a few of them can actually step into the Discord and maybe give us a rundown at some point about what they do out of DeCarlos. I forget where Mike Allen told me they were located. I thought it was Michigan, if I'm correct. I'm gonna have to check into that, but yeah, definitely appreciate them stepping in and being the sponsor. I got their phone number and stuff. I can put that up on the Discord here at one point here and find out exactly where they were located. But hopefully, like I said, we can get maybe one or two of them to step into the Discord and give us a rundown at one point. Maybe one of these races will have a guest speaker come in from DeCarlos and give us a rundown about what they do at the auto body shop.
It'd be pretty awesome to have. Man, I wish I knew a computer guy. I wish that was your sponsor because I just crashed again. God, I hate technology.
Actually, I was wrong. It was not Michigan. It is Troy, New York. I don't know why I thought it was Michigan. But, yeah, if you're anywhere near the Troy, New York area, go up and see DeCarlo Auto Body Shop. If you got some fender damage or like some of these guys on that brought out this caution, if you need some repair work done or anything like that, go and see these guys and see if they can get you fixed up. Get your car or truck or whatever you got running right, and keep honest people working. And definitely mechanics are one of those, blue collar field of work. So definitely keep those guys in working standstill with having a little fender damage or scratches or whatever you got. But we're back under green now. Josh Arnold still out front with Brad Rivers, and Shad has moved into second, actually. So it looks like the entire field. Oh, and Shad got tagged. Oh, that's going to cause a big accident. We're going to have to go back and look at that. I don't know if maybe he caught the wall or if he got loose or if Brad Rivers got into him. It would obviously wouldn't be on purpose, so we're going to have to take a look back at this one. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but there's a lot of guys that were spinning through the field. The 20 is still going backwards on the track. We saw that last weekend, actually, where somebody finished the race in the Xfinity race, I believe, backwards. That was at Roval. So let's go back and see if we can find this. I'm going to try to get on Shad before it happens. So Shad came up just a little bit, and Brad Rivers was there. It turned Shad right into the wall, which then brought him around in front of everybody, which brought out, I mean, there's so many trucks involved in this one. There's the 13, the 20, the 15, the 9, the 5, the 151, the 7, the 17, the 71, the 50, all involved in this one. And this was a big one. So that's gonna put a lot of people back into the booth or back into pit road to use that fast repair if they have not used it already. Unfortunately, I believe a few of the guys in the back half of the field that were involved in this caution did use their fast repair already, so we may see a few guys sitting on pit road for a little while doing some required repair time. That would be a time for DeCarlo's Auto Body Shop to head down to pit road and maybe fix up a couple of these trucks that are now just mangled with that caution that came out on the front stretch. And I think Terry is still having some technical difficulties, so we're going to hope he can figure out what's going on there and hopefully rejoin us here in the booth and see if we can finish out this race. We are 30 laps into 110 laps for Las Vegas. This is the third caution of the night with 10 laps of yellow flags, or yellow laps. That should make it a 3-stop race, I believe, or 2-stop race, depending on how they're running them. But, yeah, multiple guys going down pit road right now to use those fast repairs, as a lot of guys got damage. And I believe there's a bunch of guys who might have had their fast repairs turned off because they are sitting on pit road. The 13 was one of those that I didn't think had used the fast repair before. But he's been sitting on pit road for a while, so oh no, there you go, there you go. So he turned off his fast repair, and he was just fixing the required damage, or maybe some of the extra damage that the optional that you don't have to do. But looks like he was doing that. I don't know if Shad's going to be able to get this fast repair done before the 22 comes across in front of him. Does not appear so. So he's going to go lap down. Let's see if we can grab Shad real quick and see if we can bring him into the booth real quick and see what happened there for him. Shad, you got a copy of this? The SWAT's in the booth?
Probably not a good time.
I was kind of thinking that, but just wanted to see what your perspective was on it.
I mean, I'm already riding the high side. I don't know what Rivers is thinking there. I mean, obviously on the exit of turn, when I'm on the high side, I'm going right to the wall, like which J. Paul was doing too. And he tries to squeeze his nose in a freaking 3-foot gap that ain't there. Just stupidity on his part. And we're only on lap, what, 27. And of course, on the first pit stop, my fast repair, I forgot to uncheck it, so now I have 8 minutes of damage. I gotta sit here and wait.
Well, the way things are going with some guys being aggressive, you may be able to get a few of those laps back, but definitely will be able to make up some spots if these guys keep wrecking out like this. A lot of guys have used fast repair, so unfortunately, like you said, you forgot to unclick your first one, so good luck if you get back out here and see if you can make up some spots. All right, so you heard it firsthand. He believes he had the spot, but we know in racing we never know what's going on around us. Some guys think they have the position. Some guy thinks that they have the position, and what happens is what we saw on track. Two guys fighting for a spot, and only one prevails. So as we look through the field, Joshua Arnold is first, Brad Herman is second, Brian Tiffany is third, Enrique Quinones is fourth, Hunter Peach is fifth, Byron Jones is sixth, Pete Ruzick has moved up to seventh, Dave Covier eighth, Robert Bella Jr. ninth, Jeremiah Matthews is 10th. So we are about to come off. Pace car goes to the pit lane. They are going to come out into the tri-oval, and the 22 is going to lead them to the green flag as we go into the restart box. There he goes. He gets a great jump. The 85 is not on the gas pedal, a little slow on that one, so he's going to fall into the 22, or fall in behind the 22. Then we got the 26-35, and I believe the 98 up there fighting for second and third and fourth. Or third, fourth, and fifth, sorry. The 85 is going to duck underneath the 22. 22 is going to try to pinch him down to the apron. 85 is going to carry the speed through the corner and slide up in front of the 85. The 22 is going to carry the momentum, see if he can do a crossover move. Doesn't look like it, so the 22 is going to fall in behind the 85 and try to follow in his tire tracks. It looks like the 26 has moved into third. And looks like the 35 has moved into, no, the 8, sorry, of Pete Ruzick has moved into fourth place. All right, looks like Terry's PC shut down again, so we're going to be waiting for him if he's going to be able to make it back. But currently, Brad Herman is now your new leader. Joshua Arnold is second in the 22 Ford Pennzoil machine. Hunter Peach is third. Pete Ruzick fourth. Byron Jones has moved up into fifth. Robert Bader Jr. is sixth. Cole Snyder, the leader of Cold Dog Racing, is now seventh. Actually, just jumped Robert Bella Jr., so now he is sixth. Brad Cross makes his return, and he is eighth currently. Enrique Quinones is ninth, and Nathan Lehman is 10th. Shad has come back out on track, it looks like, and he is 3 laps down. Actually, I'm not seeing. Oh, there he comes back out on track. So, yeah, he is 3 laps down. Stan Kernathan in the 43 machine is 2 laps down. And Justin Quimby is 1 lap down in his 36 Ford. Brad Herman has pulled out to a 7/10 lead over Joshua Arnold, with Hunter Peach closing in on the back of Joshua Arnold. Will Hunter be able to make that pass on Josh, or is he going to allow, I believe, his teammate to stay in that position and try to catch back up to that 85 machine? Pete Ruzick with the damage to the spoiler and the right fender, still holding well in fourth. And 24 machine of Byron Jones in that pink breast cancer awareness truck is in fifth. I see a few people out in chat. Looks like NNR Bowling says, good luck, truckers. And looks like Expert Racing Network, while driving, apparently, wrote Expert Racing Esports number 3, number 9, and number 151. Let's go. Duct Tape fan out there says, looking forward to the race tonight. Let's go, number 19. I believe that is Jake Millsap's family. MK Gaming 85 says, let's go KSG. Dang Honcho, tough luck. Arnold 10th to 4th. We'll see. We'll see if they're able to make up positions here. There's a bunch of guys in that wreck. Let me see if I can jump around here, see a couple different trucks, see who's still out here. So we got the 24 in that breast cancer awareness, and then right behind him, I believe, is Brad Cross in the 20. That's who we saw back, or going in reverse, coming through the trioval earlier in that wreck that involved the 1 and about half the field in that one. The rest of the field is kind of broken up a little bit here, kind of all jumbled. There's like 4 or 5 different packs of trucks going on. But I'm going to step away for just a minute, and I will be right back. I'm going to actually put you on. Let's go a few laps with Brad Herman as the leader, and we'll just follow his cockpit view and see what happens here. All right, so sorry about that. Let's jump back here and see what happened to Brad. It looks like the 32 and the 9 get involved in an incident. Looks like the 9 is running his path, and looks like the 19 either slows up a little bit, which then causes the 32 to react, and he goes to the outside, which was filled by the 9, and that brings out the next caution there. So it looks like the rest of the field is coming down pit road, and we'll take those 4 fresh tires. 44 laps of 110 tonight. This is their 4th caution of the night. So currently Brad Herman will still be your leader. Oh, and it looks like the 14 has spun on the caution lap coming out of the pits. Let's see what happened to him here. He just got going and spun the tires. So, Griff, we got you leaving the broadcast booth to go to the truck and drive. But I'm going to put you on the highlight reel for that one. So coming back out here looking at the different trucks, looks like the 43, the 71, and the 1 will now be coming down pit road as they are a couple laps down there. So currently, Stan Carnathan is now the lucky dog spot. He is 2 laps down. Shad is 3 laps down, and Mike Campbell is 18 laps down. He's been in several incidences where he's been caught up in different people's messes, and unfortunately, it gave him a bunch of damage that he was going to have to repair, and he spent a bunch of laps on pit road getting those repairs done. But Shad's back on pit road trying to get his repairs maybe done a little bit better. It looks like his right sides are going up. Now left side's going up for left tires. And to see if he stays in there a little bit longer to get some more repair done. He is going to stay in a little bit longer, so it looks like he still had some more optional repair that he could have done. And then see if he comes back out on track with a cleaner looking truck. 85 is still out front of Brad Herman. Joshua Arnold is second. Cole Snyder has moved to third. Hunter Peach fourth. Pete Ruzick has fallen to fifth. Jeff London, who we saw earlier, like I said, the expression was, or the example was of when you were a kid and you built a ramp and you wanted to jump your bike as far as you could. It kind of looked like that as the 32 truck spun across the front stretch. The 37 had nowhere to go and just completely launched off the front of that truck and just shot straight up in the air. It was kind of crazy to watch, and then he flipped going across the front stretch and wound up landing on the Pennzoil logo at the end of pit road, and used his fast repair, and here he is sitting up in the top 5 or top 6, sorry. So it looks like Shad is still on pit road and goes another lap down. I'm not sure if he was just going to stay in pit road to get that stuff fixed or if he was involved in that last incident. I didn't see him involved in it, but it is quite possible since he was at the back half of the field there. Unfortunately, that's probably going to wind up ending his night from being able to get back on the lead lap, as that's going to put him 4 laps down and no fast repair left for him. So tough night for the one truck of Shad Swatsworth in that Cessna sponsored truck. Speaking of sponsors, DeCarlo's Auto Body Shop Service Center definitely could be used for sure tonight, as we've had about half the field involved in different incidents throughout the evening so far. A lot of body work being done to these trucks, a lot of banging and getting dents out, and getting some tape and everything else done to them. So definitely, if you are in, like I said, in New York, look up DeCarlo's Auto Body Service Center and take your vehicle to them to get repaired if you need anything or work done, tires, whatever you need. But we're going to go green here. The 85 is going to take that lead in that restart box and gets a great jump. The 22, I don't know if maybe he was asleep on that one or if the 85 just really jumped it. The 99 is going to get underneath the 22 and be able to take over second position. The 22 seemed to start off a little slow early on, and then he comes back on strong and took the lead. So maybe that's his strategy on these fresh tires, is just to let these guys burn them off a little bit, and then he works around them as they get a little bit older on the tires. Yeah, Mike, I see you out there. Definitely hope Xfinity on Tuesday will be cleaner. I mean, they've only had 4 cautions. It is Las Vegas. Guys do get loose in the corners, things like that. Some of the incidents, though, I'm not sure exactly what was going on to cause those ones. And then some of them are just racing incidents. So I mean, 2 guys fighting for a spot on track, and just one guy ends up taking the brunt of the damage and the other guy keeps on going. So and then also driver mistakes. Shad spoke of earlier about him forgetting to turn off his fast repair the first pit stop, and wound up using it for nothing basically, and then was involved in that incident with Bradley Rivers and had to spend 8 minutes of repair time on track or on pit road, and now he is currently still sitting in pit road. So I'm starting to wonder if he was actually involved in that last caution that came out. So, but currently 85 is under fire from the 99 of Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder is going to go underneath the 85 and try to pull off the move, slide up in front of him, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. No. So the 85 is going to come up alongside the 99 as they go into turns 3 and 4. The 22 is going to duck down and try to push his teammate of the 99 up in front of the 85 this time, but the 85 is really tough on the outside carrying that momentum, and he's not able to do it. Ooh, I thought J-Paul was going to take a 3 wide there for a second. He's really pushing that 99, but the 20 of Brad Cross is now behind Brad Herman. Brad Cross we saw last season in Xfinity run very well in the 30 Fox machine. So good to see him back out on track. Good to see him coming out here in trucks, and definitely looking forward to see what he can do in trucks, as he was really good in Xfinity. So Brad Cross does lose the lead, or Brad Herman does lose the lead to the 99, but he is still fighting back. He's still on the outside of him in that back corner, not letting him clear. So Brad Herman's going to have some momentum going in on the second groove. Going to try to pull that momentum around the corner, but the 99 fighting hard down on the bottom line. The 22 loses his position to the 20, and now is under fire from the 26 of Peach. Also, the 24 and the 69 of Brad Rivers have joined this little party up here at the front, and it is a 7-car battle at the front. Then we have a 3-car battle of, I believe, Pete Bruzik, Jake Millsap, and Dave Covier in that little pack, and then there's a bigger pack back behind them of about 9 trucks, and then another pack behind them, and another pack behind them. It seems like there's a lot of pack racing where there's like little groups, little clusters of trucks all over track. You don't have a lot of guys spread out by themselves or anything. I mean, unless you got a lap car or a truck that has a lot of damage or something like that that's caused them to go a few laps down. As I see now, Shad has come back out on track, but that truck is going to be a little off. He is now running 10 laps down, but he is still in the second spot for the lucky dog, obviously, but now 11 laps down. I don't know if he's going to be able to make all that up. Hopefully we don't have that many cautions that he's able to make that up. But Stan Kernathan is 2 laps down. Joshua Franks is currently running 26th. Enrique Quiones has fallen to 19th. Brian Tiffany, your second place starter, has now fallen to 18th. Nate Lehman, who we looked at earlier that spun coming out of pit road, is now 11th. Jake Millsap in that 19 truck. Let's find him on track. In that rough country paint scheme. I do believe my brother has rough country shocks on his truck. So cool to see them as a sponsor on Jake Millsap's truck. I know Millsap's family is out there watching. Definitely looking forward to see what Millsap can do. He's 9th currently, started 6th, and I do believe he is in the top 10 in points. Nope, he's 14th in points. But 14th actually is 53 points, so he's actually only 16 points out of 3rd place. But that's a quick rundown for the points, quick rundown for the standings of where everybody's at on track right now. And yeah, I agree, Mike. Definitely different damages to different trucks in those different packs. You got trucks that are running that might only have a little bit of damage that are running in a pack together. Pack that might have a lot of damage on trucks running together, and then you got the clean trucks, and you might have a truck that only has a dent in the side of it, and then you got some cars that are trucks that might have older tires that are mixed in here as well. But it looks like the top 24 are all on the same tire strategy. So Brad Herman has gotten past Cole Snyder and has taken the lead. Brad Cross has moved into 2nd place as they go around the lap car of the 9, which I believe is Joshua Franks, and he moves to 1 lap down. The 20 truck of Brad Cross is continuing to stalk the 85. The 22 of Josh Arnold has moved back into the 3rd position. Cole Snyder is 4th. Hunter Peach is now 5th. Byron Jones 6th. Bradley Rivers 7th. Peter Bruzik 8th. Jake Millsap 9th. And Dave Covier is 10th. 51 laps to go in this race tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I was kind of hoping to see Terry come back, but I believe his computer crashed, so I'm not really sure what happened to his computer or anything like that. Hopefully he can get it repaired. I know he does a lot of broadcasting out there, so if you guys want to look into another broadcaster, Terry's definitely one to look into. There's actually a bunch of broadcasters in this race. Expert Racing is one. Commando Griff, which is Nathan Lehman. He broadcast with me last season in Xfinity for the first half of the season and then decided he wanted to race. So he jumped in the Xfinity car and really did well the rest of the season. So that's another one. Shad Swatsworth's out here. He does the SS Motorsports for Turn Down for What modifieds on Thursdays at 9 o'clock Eastern. Who else is a broadcaster? Pete Ruzick, the GOAT, in my opinion, from the console side. Out here as a broadcaster as well, now as a driver. Let's see, is anybody else out here that does a lot of broadcasting for races? I'm probably forgetting somebody, so whoever it is, I apologize when you watch back through. But yeah, there's a lot of broadcasters that race in this league specifically. I know PSES, when I do Friday broadcast, you usually see Atlanta in the race, a few others. Tuesday nights over here at Turn Down for What, I'm in the race. Shad's in the race. Nathan Lehman's in the race. Expert Racing's in the race. Byron Jones is in the race. Pete Ruzick's in the race. Or no, Pete's not in that race, sorry. But that one's broadcasted by Rick James, TV1 on Twitch. Definitely one of the top broadcasters as well. He'll be covering for me, I believe, next Friday for PSES, as I will be gone for my wedding weekend. So he'll be taking over that weekend, and I believe the following Friday as well for PSES, which is Daytona. So he'll be taking over those two races for me over there at PSES. Big shout out to Rick James for stepping in and covering me for my wedding weekend and honeymoon weekend. Definitely appreciate him stepping out there and doing that for Turn Down for What for Xfinity and PSES for Xfinity on Fridays. And then I think he's taking over a couple others on Sundays as well for some people that I think it was Atlanta that has to go out of town for PSES, and he's taking that one as well. I believe it's ARCA for PSES. But yeah, big shout out to all the broadcasters out there that put in a lot of work for the different leagues, different series that they run. Frozen Toes is another one. She's constantly out there broadcasting. Atlanta Racing, Rick James, Repeat, Terry, Byron, or Vols fan, Terry, however you want to say that one. I just call him Terry. Byron Jones, Expert Racing, Nathan Lehman. A lot of these guys broadcast on their own, like they play Call of Duty and they broadcast, so you got to check them out on Twitch. If you're out there watching right now, make sure you hit that follow button for me. And then if anytime these guys are racing, you're welcome to jump in. You guys can share it anywhere. I should be streaming currently on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, trying to get those two up and running for streaming, but still main stream goes on Twitch. This race is pretty much single file from the top down to about 12th, I believe. The 85 has stretched out to about a 1.5-second lead over Brad Cross. Brad Cross then has a second lead over Joshua Arnold. And then it just keeps getting stretched out from there. Cole Snyder is on the back bumper of the 22, so let's jump to the 22 real quick and see if we can follow the two Coal Dog Racing machines. And then I believe it's the 26 of Hunter Peach, who's about a second behind these guys, battling with Bradley Rivers. And then you got Pete Ruzick as well. Then you got about 2.5-second separation to the next pack, which is Jake Millsap, Nathan Lehman, Joe Tardif, Justin Quimby. And then you got about 2-second gap to the next pack of about 6 cars. .42 laps to go as the sun is starting to set at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And the lights may be coming on at some point here. A lot of people, when they watch this track, you can see those white squares. And that would be the lights up on the top. So definitely a cool track. I've watched the different things that they've talked about, the actual dirt and stuff that went into the Bristol Motor Speedway, the building of that, the track guy. He's been in the business, I think it was like 40-something years. He's been helping with different tracks and helping build the different tracks and things like that. He talked a lot about Atlanta or Las Vegas Motor Speedway and how they built it, and then the repave coming up with Atlanta and a couple others that he had to go in. There's a lot of engineering. He started it as a grunt and worked his way up, and now he's the lead track genius as far as figuring out the angle of the track, the circular design of the track, all the different things that go into it, the science of it, the engineering of it, the mathematics of it, all of it is all this one guy, and he's been in there. I swear it was like 40-something years he was involved with NASCAR with building tracks. So definitely a cool design. A lot of guys in NASCAR love coming to Las Vegas and racing it. Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch are from Las Vegas, so definitely enjoy watching them race it, as Kyle is my favorite. So I know that's a controversial statement with a lot of people out there who don't like Kyle, but you can like who you want, and I like who I want. But as of right now, back to the racing. The 85 of Brad Herman continues to lead this race at Las Vegas, and he is up to almost 2-second lead over Brad Cross. Josh Arnold is still in third. Cole Snyder fourth, Brian Jones fifth, Hunter Peach sixth, Bradley Rivers seventh, Pete Ruzick is eighth, Nathan Lehman ninth, Jake Millsap ninth in that 19 Chevy machine. Joe Tardif 11th, Justin Quimby 12th, Jeremiah Matthews 13th, Enrique Quiones is 14th, Dave Covier has fallen back to 15th, Joshua Roberts is 16th, Michael LeBlanc is 17th, Robert Ballard Jr. is 18th, Jeff Lundum is 19th, Christopher Murphy is 20th, Brian Tiffany is 21st, and then we have some of these lap cars. Jarrett Manning in the 50, Benjamin Lee in the 151, Rodney Ayers in the 17, Robert Pearson in the 3, Joshua Franks in the 9, Stan Carnathan, that's 27th in the 43 truck. Shad Swadsworth in that 1 Toyota is 28th. Mike Campbell Jr., or otherwise known as Papa Bear, the owner of Turn Down for What, is 29th currently. Michael Allen in that 88 breast cancer awareness Warrior team is 30th. Randy Biscuit, I believe, was running a Halloween paint scheme tonight, is 31st. Don't tell me the score, bud. I appreciate you telling me, but I got it recording. Don't tell me the score. I don't want to know because I'll jinx it. I try not to watch them anymore because every time I watch them, they usually get hammered. So I usually record it, and then I'll rewatch it later on, hoping that they had won. But almost every time I watch them live, they wind up losing. So, but I appreciate you telling me they're up 17-7 now over Seattle. 85 Chevy MTC Esports TJ's team sponsored 85 of Brad Herman is currently your leader. He has led the last 35 laps from the front when he took the lead from Josh Arnold. Him and Brad Cross have stretched their lead out. Herman is now 1.6 seconds out in front of Brad Cross. Brad Cross has now gotten a 1.5 lead over the next car, or next truck, which is Josh Arnold. Currently, the fall off on the tires is 32 seconds right now for Brad Herman. They started with a 30.7, so you're looking at about a second and a half, almost 2-second fall off on the tires. Not that bad for Las Vegas. Most other tracks that are this old tend to scratch those tires, shred those tires a lot worse than we usually see 3 to 4 second fall off. So 2 seconds isn't really that bad, or a second and a half isn't really that bad. But we're starting to see a lot of guys come down pit road. They have been running 35 green flag laps, all led by, I believe, Brad Herman for the last 32 of them. But you got about half the field coming down. And here comes Brad Herman to the pits. The 20 of Brad Cross is going to follow him. Joshua Arnold now becomes your leader, and he stays out on track, followed by his teammate of Cold Dog in the 99. And that also stays, or also the 24 and the 36 stay out. looks like Joshua Arnold is going to be coming into the pits. He is slowing down. He breaks it on down into pit road. I don't know if he's going to get slowed down. It's going to be close. So 24 and 26 of Hunter Peach are also coming as well. And I'm seeing a trail of other trucks as well coming down pit road. A lot of them are trying to get slowed down in time. But that makes Cole Snyder in the 99 truck now your new leader. Josh Arnold's going to come out of the pits with the 26 trailing him. The 85 is going to come around, or the 69 is going to come around on the outside. I believe he's a lap down, though, so he's not going to have to worry about him. But the 22 and 26 are now currently 5th and 6th. And actually, sorry, Brad Rivers is not a lap down. He is currently running 5th. So the current running order is Cole Snyder 1st. Looks like Justin Quimby 2nd, Brad Herman 3rd, Brad Cross 4th, Bradley Rivers 5th. That's a lot of Brads in the top 5. And Josh Arnold is 6th with Hunter Peach 7th. Byron Jones in that 24 truck is 7th or 8th. Pete Ruzick still in the top 10. He is currently 9th. Actually moves to 8th as we speak. Justin Quimby is falling down the list, so I believe he stayed out a long time. And now just came out of the pits, so he is falling down the running order as he has come back out on track. So that moves Jake Millsap to 10th, Joe Tarduff to 11th, Justin Quimby 12th, Enrique Quiones is 13th, Dave Covier is 14th, Christopher Murphy is 15th, Jeremy Matthews is 16th, Brian Tiffany in that 35 Ford that started on the front row is currently running 17th. Jeff Lundum, who we saw shoot to the moon, is 18th. And then the one lap down cars are Robert Ballard Jr. in 19th, Jarrett Manning in 20th, Rodney Ayers in 21st, Robert Pierce in 23rd, Joshua Franks in 24th, Stan Carnathan in 25th, and then the rest of the field is multiple laps down. So let's jump back up here to the 85 and see how much of a lead he got, because he was one of the first to come down and everybody else stayed out. So let's see. He is 3.5 seconds over Brad Cross with pitting one lap before Josh Arnold. He only had about a 1.5 lead over Brad Cross before they entered the pits. Brad Cross pitted with him, and he gained about a 1.5 over him coming out of the pits. Josh Arnold lost about 5 seconds, back to Brad Cross and is now third, 8.5 seconds back. Currently have 27 laps to go, so that should be the last pit stop these guys would have to take, unless, unfortunately, a caution would come out. Then I would probably say majority of the people will probably come down pit road. You might have a few stragglers stay out just to try to get position, because like I said, it is only about a second and a half after 35 laps of running of fall off time for the lap time. So you may be able to get up if it's a very late caution. You may be able to jump up there and try to hold off a few guys and maybe finish a little bit above where you were running before the caution. That may be done by a few guys, but right now Brad Herman is really putting a hurting on these guys. Brad Cross is reeling him in just a little bit, but Josh Arnold and the rest of the pack back there has not made up any ground. So as we jump back here to Joshua Arnold, it looks like he's under fire by the 99 and the 69 of Cole Snyder and Bradley Rivers. Both of them are all over the back of the 22. Then we have the next pack, which is Hunter Peach, Pete Ruzick, and Byron Jones back there with 2 lap cars. So that's a 5-car pack back there. Cole Snyder is working that bottom line, trying to get out in front of his teammate. Bradley Rivers is following the 22 in that middle lane around the turn and is going to wind up pushing that car or that truck down the backstretch and into turn 3 and 4, which allows Josh to get right up alongside of Cole and doesn't allow Cole to get away from him. So Josh is carrying the momentum around the corners with Brad Rivers. Now Brad Rivers is going to duck down and try to push Cole. He's flip-flopping. He's kind of going back and forth. He can't decide on who he wants to push. Hopefully he doesn't try to take it 3 wide through both of them. But if they leave a big enough gap, I don't see why, I wouldn't be surprised if Brad tries to throw it in there if there's room. But the 2 Cold Dog Racing machines are currently 3rd and 4th. Working back through the rest of the field. Let's go back to Jeff London, who shot to the moon earlier. His truck is still clean. He just really hasn't been able to pick up the speed. He was 3rd fastest in practice, but I don't know if maybe he got some more damage somewhere. I didn't see him get involved in anything else, but he's currently running 17th. He's on 11-lap old tires, and he's running 31.089s, which actually is 0.3 faster than the leader, Brad Herman, right now. So if Jeff could get up here and maybe contend with Brad, right now Lundham's the fastest one on the track. But going further back, let's see if we can find old Papa Bear. He is running that sponsor I spoke of earlier for the Truck Series, DeCarlo's Auto Body Service Center, as it is on the hood of that 71 machine. The 71, unfortunately, was involved in multiple incidents tonight that were not his fault. He just got collected in them. So he is currently 19 laps down, but he is still out here. He's got a repair done on his truck, so it looks nice and shiny, but it might have been a little too late for him. Unfortunately, he's just riding around trying to collect more points, but not very many guys have fallen off the racetrack permanently. So he's not going to probably make up too many positions, but Papa Bear is somebody who does not quit. He is the owner of Turn Down For What, so he is out here running laps and trying to do everything he can to move up position. Just swapping around a couple different trucks here. So your Daytona winner of Murphy is currently running 17th. Hasn't really been in the top 10 all night. I'm not sure if maybe this track is just not his kind of track. He was fast at Daytona. He was actually pretty fast at Phoenix. I believe he finished in the top 10 there. He's currently 2nd in the points, only 5 points behind Joshua Arnold, who's up there in the top 5. So he's going to lose some ground to Josh tonight, but it could be just Las Vegas, just not one of his tracks. I guess we'll see when we go to the next one, which, like I said, I will not be here for the next 2 races. Those will be handled by the person that was just in here earlier in the stream of Terry, or Vols Fan 88. We'll see if he can get his computer fixed, hopefully. And then he can stream the other 2 races of the Truck Series that I'll be missing. And those tracks are definitely 2 that for sure should be fun, because it'll be Texas and then to the other tire terror of Atlanta, which is currently going through a makeover that they've scratched off the pavement there and are going to repave that thing, and it should be crazy next year when NASCAR goes back to it. So I will be returning the week of November. It'd be Darlington. So going to South Carolina for that weekend would be nice. See if I can get a co-broadcaster in here with me for the rest of the season, but we'll see what happens. So back up front, the 85 is still putting a hurting on everybody. He has actually climbed up to 4.5 second lead over Brad Cross, 8.5 second over Cole Snyder, 8.7 over Joshua Arnold, and 9.6 over 5th place Bradley Rivers. So unless something catastrophic happens here in the last 14 laps, the 85 in the MTC Esports TJ team is going to most likely bring home this victory. Hopefully I did not just jinx him. Thank you, Duct Tape Fan. Definitely appreciate it. We're definitely looking forward to it. We're under a week to go, so definitely looking forward to next Saturday. Should be a great ceremony with all the family and stuff, and of course I'm going to look at her when I say this and say I'm marrying the woman of my dreams. So definitely looking forward to that weekend, and definitely looking forward to the honeymoon weekend of just spending some time in the mountains and relaxing with our son, and come back in 2 weeks to broadcast you guys the truck series at going to Darlington. So appreciate everybody out there in the chat tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Definitely, like I said, if you haven't hit the follow button, please do so. Every weekend we are here, usually on Sunday nights. I'm broadcasting limited iRacing series for the late models at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and then straight into Turn Down for What at 9:10 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday nights I do PSES Xfinity at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. However, I will not be there this weekend, as I said. So definitely in 2 or 3 weeks when I come back, look forward to seeing you guys all out there in the chat. You guys commenting, definitely appreciate it, and definitely shows a lot of care and respect, and definitely appreciate you guys coming out and watching all these drivers. These guys put on the show. I just record it for them. Definitely enjoy it. Definitely appreciate Papa for letting me do this. Gave me my start for broadcasting, and owe it to him for letting me come out here. Somebody who really hadn't broadcasted a whole lot, really at all, on iRacing, and gave me my start for the Xfinity season last year. And now I'm doing the trucks and racing in the Xfinity series. So 10 laps to go. 85 of Brad Herman is putting the 21 of Murphy a lap down and setting his eyes on the 5. Brad Cross is still in second, 5.5 seconds back. Cole Snyder is 8.2 seconds behind. I don't think he'll catch Brad Cross, so that could be your top 3 right now. Joshua Arnold is 1 second off of Cole Snyder. Byron Jones is currently 5th. Bradley Rivers is currently 6th. Pete Ruzick is up to 7th. Justin Quimby is back up to 8th. Jake Millsap out there for the Millsap fans is 9th. Nathan Lehman is 10th. Joe Tardif is 11th. Enrique Quiones is 12th. Hunter Peach is 13th. Dave Covier is 14th. Jeff Lundum or Mike Honcho is 15th. Jeremiah Matthews is 16th. Christopher Murphy, who just went 1 lap down, is 17th. Robert Ballard Jr., 18th. Jarrett Manning, 19th. Robert Pierce, 20th. Benjamin Lee in that 151 Chevy is 21st. Brian Tiffany's 22nd. Stan Carnathan, 23rd. Joshua Franks, or Expert Racing, is 24th. Michael LeBlanc is 25th. Rodney Ayers is 26th. Joshua Roberts is 27th. Shad Swartzworth in that 1 Toyota is 28th. Mike Campbell is 29th. Randy Wisquez has jumped to 30th. And Mike Allen is currently out of the race, 58 laps down in 31st place. 7 laps to go, and as long as Brad Herman can keep this truck underneath him and nothing catastrophic happens behind him with any of the drivers, he should bring home the victory tonight at Las Vegas. Definitely looking forward to interviewing him after the race, as he ran 125 laps at Bristol prior to this race. So he ran 125 laps in the late models and then jumped straight into practice with 10 minutes to go left in practice, and then ran qualifying over here in the trucks, and then now has currently run 110 laps and has led the last 50 or last 60 of these laps here. So we are counting down. We are now coming out of turn 4 with 5 to go as they come across the checkered line here. Brad Herman has stretched his lead to almost 7 seconds over Brad Cross. Cole Snyder has caught, actually, Brad Cross, and he's actually creeping in closer and closer. I'm not sure what's going on with Brad Cross. Let me jump to him real quick to make sure something didn't happen to him. But it looks like Cole is really flying up on Brad Cross. It looks like he was battling some lap cars. But Cole is creeping in closer to him, so we'll see if that becomes a battle here with 5 to go as Brad crosses the line. Now there is 4 to go at Las Vegas tonight. The lights have come on. Trucks look awesome in the lights. I love that they're racing from day to night in majority of their races here at Turn Down for What. Brad's going to come off of turn 4 and take the 3 to go. All Brad's doing now is really just crossing every finger and toe, hoping that there is not a caution that comes out, as he has led a lot of laps towards the second half of this race. He has really dominated the second half of this race through green flag stops and has now taken... Oh, wait a minute. Brad Herman is slowing. Brad Cross has brought back 7 seconds. He's up to 1.5 seconds now. Cole Snyder is only 2.5 seconds back. I'm not sure what's going on with Brad. He's got 2 to go. Are we looking at a fuel situation here? Oh, I'm hearing it. He's shutting it off. Let's go inside his truck real quick. I believe he's trying to save fuel with 2 to go. But he can't do it too much because Brad Cross is coming right behind him. He's only a second back now. Has Brad too close on fuel? Has Brad Cross saved enough fuel? They both pitted at the same time. Cole Snyder pitted 2 laps later. It doesn't look like Brad Herman is slowing down anymore. It's possible that he might have been slowing the last few laps, throwing into neutral, trying to save a little bit more fuel. But that, I mean, they did run 35 laps earlier, and he's only going to run 34 on this run. So coming off of turn 4, the 85 of TJ's team, MTC Esports, is taking the checker flag at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for Turn Down for What Truck Series. That gives Brad his first win of the season in this 3rd race for this league. Second race winner was Josh Arnold at Phoenix, and Murphy won Daytona for this league. So definitely a strong showing from Brad Herman. Gets a little bump from Joshua Arnold. A few other drivers giving him a little bit of a hand signal out the window to let him know they are giving him a congratulations. Oh, the 20's wrecking. I don't know what happened there. 85 avoids it. He's going to go to the finish line to do his victory. We'll try to get Herman, Cross, and Snyder up into the booth. The rest of the field is Josh Arnold 4th, so he's going to stretch out his points lead because 2nd place fell way off. Brad Rivers is 6th. Byron Jones was 5th. Pete Ruzick 7th. Justin Quimby 8th. Jake Millsap brings it home 9th. Joe Tardif 10th. 11th is Nate Lehman. Enrique Quiones is 12th. Hunter Peach is 13th. Jeff Lenham 14th. Dave Covier 15th. Robert Ballard Jr. 16th. Jarrett Manning 17th. Christopher Murphy 18th. That was your 2nd place in points. Brian Tiffany 19th. Robert Pierce 20th. Jeremiah Matthews 21st. Benjamin Lee 22nd. Stan Carnathan is 23rd. Michael LeBlanc brings it home 24th. Joshua Franks 25th. Roddy Ayers 26th. Joshua Roberts 27th. Chad Swansford 28th. Mike Campbell 29th. Randy Bousquet 30th. And Mike Allen 31st tonight. So we'll see if we can get these guys to come down to the truck broadcast. I'm going to need to see Brad Herman. See if we can get them to come into the booth here. So I got Brad. Now I got to get Brad Cross and Cole Snyder. Alright, I'm looking for Brad Cross now. Alright, looks like I got the top 3 in the booth with me now. Cole, you got a copy?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, bud. You bring it home 3rd tonight in that 99 box cave paint scheme you got going on. You started 18th, so 15 spot jump for you, finishing third tonight. Did you have anything for either of the Brads out in front of you?
Uh, I don't think so. When it came down to the final pit sequence, they pit early, got out to get to a bigger lead, and was able to just save the gas they needed to make it to the end while we were pushing and battling lap trucks that whole run. But it was a good race. Like I said, started pretty far back, but worked my way up. Had to use my fast repair like lap 15, so I was very cautious coming up through there, and it just pit stops worked out, and truck was quick enough to stay up there.
Well, you definitely made your way up through the field and got back up there. Um, there was a few cautions tonight that definitely were some head scratchers for me, but you were able to make your way back up and finish third tonight. I believe that jumps you possibly over second place as Murphy finished, I believe, down around 19th. Um, I need to take a look at the points, but I'm pretty sure. No, that does not. So you are 16th. Sorry about that. So
Yeah.
you're gonna jump a few spots though because from 16th.
Rough start of the season. Rough start.
Yeah. So from 16th to third, you guys are separated only by 16 points. So big night for you in the points as Murphy had a bad night. Peach finished in the top 10. Um, Enrique finished in the top 15. Pete finished in the top 10. Nathan Lehman finished in the top 10. London finished in the top 15. So you might jump a few of these guys. And I think you led a lap tonight too, right? So you should get that bonus point.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So you will get a bonus point for that. So that should jump you definitely closer to the top five, if not in the top five, with a bunch of guys having struggles tonight, including Shad Swatsworth, who winds up finishing, I believe, 28th or 29th. So definitely going to have a few spots to jump. Any shout outs for you tonight?
Shout out to the whole team, Cold Dog Racing, Enrique, Jake Millsap, Josh Arnold, teammates. Shout out to those boys. They ran well tonight. Especially Jake. Kid still learning. Another top 10 for him. Awesome to see that. Shout out to Box Cave. They're sponsoring all the trucks. And yeah, congratulations, Brad Herman. That was fun battling with you there. That was some tight battling, but good win, bud.
Yeah, definitely enjoy seeing Jake up there in the top 10. He's definitely getting better and better. It'd be surprising to see this is his second season in Turn Down for What. Really looking forward to seeing what he does the rest of the season and in upcoming seasons if he continues to get better like this. But your whole team did well tonight. I believe you had at least 3 in the top 10 for sure with you, J-Paw, and Jake. You might have had a 4th. I'm not sure about that. Was Murphy your 4th?
Enrique.
Oh, it's Enrique. So you did have top 11 then.
Yeah.
So
Solid night.
Yeah, good team. Definitely a team that can finish in the top 15 solid almost every night. But next week you have Texas coming up. Any expectations with Texas? I know it's a track where you got to kind of save tire. At least that's what they did in Xfinity last season with Chad and Brad Herman and Jordan Bain and Bailey. I believe all saved tire and tried to really stretch it out. It's a rough track. Turn 1 and 2 is not any fun, and turn 4 really gets you loose off the corners.
Yeah, it's a technical one, but team's looking forward to it. We should be pretty solid out there.
All right. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming in and running well tonight, and we look forward to seeing what you guys do. I unfortunately will not be seeing you guys next Sunday or the following Sunday at Texas or Atlanta. I will be back for Darlington. I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks, so I believe it'll be Vols Fan 88 or otherwise known as Terry that will be broadcasting those races. So definitely look forward to going back and watching to see how you guys do and putting on a show as you guys do each week. Appreciate you coming in and giving us your race analysis of what happened for you. Good luck the rest of the season, and hopefully we see you in the booth again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. Mr. Brad Cross, you make your return to Turn Down for What, and you bring it home second in your first race at Las Vegas tonight. We saw you a bunch last year in the Xfinity Series where I thought you were going to be a real contender, but you missed a few races here and there and started late in the season. But you definitely were somebody I kept an eye on last season in that Fox 30 car. So seeing you back on track tonight, you did really well. You were actually backwards at one point, going in reverse on the front stretch in a crash, and wound up whipping it around. It kind of looked familiar from the Roval a couple weekends ago with her Xfinity. I believe somebody finished the race backwards in reverse. So that was kind of cool to see. But bringing it home second tonight, did you have anything for Brad and give us your, I guess, overall of the night?
No, I'll be completely honest. I didn't have anything for Herman there. Like I did for a few laps, and then tires kind of started to equal out, and he just done a better job at conserving his stuff than I did. So definitely hats off to him. Like I was chasing him. I was definitely trying, but after that very well, I want to say I think it's next to last restart. I think I restarted like seventh or ninth or something like that, and just got a good run. People moved the right way, and I was able to hug the bottom through one and two, and come out I think like third or something. But anyways, once I got to second, I just I tried to run Herman down, but like I said, after about 5 or 6 laps, I knew I probably wasn't going to catch him, so I went into fuel save mode instantly because I got to looking and I realized if I kept going at the pace I was going to be about a lap short. So, like they just said, probably I tried to get a decent lead on third place there, and God, it seems like for 15 laps or so there, I was just maybe half throttle, three-quarter throttle, just doing my best to save, and it probably still wasn't enough. Well, I mean, it was enough to get to the finish line, but literally right when we got to the finish line, it started sputtering, and I looked and it said I was out, and I was like, well, at least we made it.
Well,
But
that definitely surprised me. I saw Brad had like a 7 second lead over you and Cole Snyder, and all of a sudden I looked up. It was like a flash. You were back down to 2 seconds, and closing in on Brad. So I was like, whoa, whoa, what's going on here? I didn't realize you guys were that close because I had saw before you guys each ran 35 laps before you guys pitted in that last green flag stop. So I was kind of figuring you guys were going to be close, but you were going to be running about 34 laps to end the race. So I was like, oh, that should be one lap good. But then when I saw Brad starting to save or something, I was like, oh, maybe they're a lot closer than I thought. But I wasn't sure if you were saving because, like I said, you made up like 6 seconds in like a lap. So I was kind of confused on what happened. But definitely a great race to watch. Definitely great to see you back on track. Is this a one-off for you, or are you back?
I would like to think I'm back. It honestly just depends on the work schedule. That's why I've missed the first two races of the season so far. It's just unfortunate work schedule, but got to work to pay the bills to be able to play. But uh, I'm hoping I'm back. Just the way it's looking right now, the work schedule is clear for the weekends now, and as long as nothing too crazy happens or unexpected comes up, I should be here Tuesday and for the rest of the following races. And I guess a few people maybe wasn't too happy to see me back tonight, but that's all right. It's gonna be a long season for them if they want to continue. But it was a good race with everybody. I'm not upset about the finish. I thought I was done at that very first wreck though. Like you said, I was rolling backwards and they wrecked in front of me, and I was just like, I should probably just pull it in and be done.
Well, I was definitely excited to see you back on track. If you're going to be racing Tuesday, I'll finally get to race with you on track as I race in the Xfinity Series this season instead of broadcasting it. So definitely will enjoy being out on track with you and getting to race against you. But definitely hope to see you more often throughout the season. We are early on in the season, so if you are back full time, then you could definitely make up some spots with start to finish more and more second. Every time I saw you in Xfinity Series, it was like you finished second or third. Almost every time I saw you on track, so you're continuing to repeat the cycle of finishing second or third already in the Truck Series. So definitely look forward to seeing you out on track. I'll see you guys back when I come back for Darlington in 3 weeks. So definitely enjoyed watching you and look forward to see what you can do throughout the rest of the season. If anybody else has a problem with you on track, just that's their problem. You come out and race, do what you got to do, and keep running like you are. But definitely appreciate you coming to the booth and send you on your way and talk to you hopefully next time.
Yes, sir. I appreciate what you guys are doing with the broadcast, and it's a good league here. And like I said, hopefully, as long as nothing crazy comes up, I'll be back Tuesday and for the rest of the following weeks.
All right. Well, we definitely appreciate that. That is our second place finisher, Brad Cross, tonight for turn down for What Truck Series at Las Vegas. Going to, I don't know if I want to say the other Brad or the first Brad because this Brad finished first. Brad Herman. I gotta bring it up, dude. You ran 125 laps in the super late models at Bristol 15 minutes before this race went to qualifying. How did you pull off 125 laps at Bristol? I think you brought it home, what, fifth or sixth in that race? Then you come straight into Las Vegas, literally get out of the car and jump into the truck, run a few laps in practice, jump into qualifying, jump into the race. I think you qualified in the top 10, or no, you got the pole. Sorry, or no, Shad got the pole. Sorry, that's a mistake too. Um, so yeah, you came out 11th. You and Brad Rivers started 11th and 12th, both in that 125 for Bristol, and you guys climbed through the field fairly quickly and got right to the back bumper of Josh Arnold. And then once the next green flag stop happened, you basically took the lead and never looked back. How did you do this? 235 laps in 3 hours.
Well, I tell you what, this race went a lot better than the other one. But
Yeah.
I had a league race here earlier in the week, and it gave me a lot of information for tonight. And I had a race here about 2 weeks before that really helped me learn this racetrack and the trucks. I knew I had to get to clean air. Just being behind J-Pot and them was killing the truck, so I made my move as soon as I could. And then I had a good battle there with Cole Snyder. That was fun. I side drafted him a little bit, and we got net code, but nothing happened from it, so I'm happy for that. I wasn't trying to race him that aggressive. I just knew I wanted the fresh air in front, and I didn't realize I was that much quicker than everybody. I was just saving my tires the way I knew I should be doing it, and just was pulling out a good lead, and happy the rest of it went green, and I was in cruise control, and there was 5 to go, and I realized I was short on fuel, so I was clutching it, trying everything I can to make it, and luckily we made it just enough to make a burnout at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier with Brad Cross. I saw you. I was like, well, Brad Herman has a 6.5 second lead. Unless something catastrophic happens and a caution comes out or something like that, this is pretty much a wrap for Brad. And then all of a sudden, it was like half a lap to a lap later. All of a sudden, Brad Cross was only a second and a half to 2 seconds behind you, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? There's only 5 laps left. Is Herman that close in fuel? And then I flipped to you real quick, and we could hear you clutching it or shutting it off and trying to roll through the corners, and that's when I realized that you were going to be close. But then after about a half lap or a lap of that, then you just kicked it in and started going. So definitely a huge overall 235 laps tonight in 3.5 hours of running. Like I said, you run 125 laps at at Bristol for the super late models, jump straight into a truck, and run 110 laps over here and come home with the victory. Third different winner so far in turn down for what? Between Murphy, Arnold last week, and now you. I don't remember where you are in the points. Let me pull that up real quick.
Well, I missed last week, unfortunately, so I'm probably further down, and I didn't have a great finish at
Oh,
Daytona.
you
I
are
think I made
25th
it
right
top
now.
10.
Well,
Yeah.
you had 26 points, so technically you're only 43 points out of third place, and a huge thing tonight. I believe you got the bonus point for most laps. You got a bonus point for leading a lap, and you get 3 bonus points for winning the race. So there's your 5 extra bonus points plus the major top points for winning the race. So that's definitely going to move you back up into the top 10, most likely. Several of the top 10 guys kind of struggled tonight. Few of them finished just outside of top 10. Some of them finished further back in the field due to either incidents with drivers or themselves getting loose or things like that, just getting caught up in different accidents. But, dude, congratulations on your first win of the season. I know you're probably going to be one of the top contenders for sure. You were a contender in Xfinity, but you had to miss several races. But you were still finishing. I think you still finished in the top 10 in Xfinity overall for the end of the season. So, congrats on first place. Huge, a huge task tonight. Like I said, running 235 laps in 3 hours in 2 different series. So definitely shows you got a lot of skill, and wish you'd finished a little bit better in that Bristol race and brought home the $50. But I'm sure you'll be able to do it again at some point here in that late models and in the trucks. So definitely want to say appreciate everybody putting on a show. Brad, you got any shout outs for anybody?
Yeah, I gotta thank everybody who sponsors the truck, MTC Esports, and TJ's team. I also gotta thank Michael Kinsley for always having badass paint scheme on it. I love this thing. I'm not gonna give it up for a long time. Just gotta thank the league and Papa Bear for what he does, and for you broadcasting, you always do a good job.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. We definitely appreciate Papa Bear putting on the league. Gives everybody a place to come out and have fun, enjoy racing. Definitely does a lot behind the scenes. Puts the whole league on his shoulders with money and putting all the races together, the practices, all that kind of stuff. So without Papa, we wouldn't be here. Um, Gave me my shot at being a lead broadcaster, and I definitely appreciate that. Now I'm broadcasting 3 or 4 different leagues, so definitely appreciate Papa Bear 100%. Appreciate all you guys on track, because without you guys, I don't have a show. You guys put on a great show every week. Usually, pretty clean racing. Even a couple cautions here and there are not that bad compared to some leagues. So definitely want to give a huge shout out to you guys as drivers and Papa Bear. Huge shout out to everybody out in the chat, Millsap's family for being out there constantly rooting on. I believe it was Mama Millsaps after rooting on her son. Mike Kinsley out there in chat, Tally out there in chat, Cape coming out in the chat. Bowling actually is giving a shout out saying good luck all the truckers. So we'll see him Tuesday night. And then again, like I said, overall, huge thanks to you guys and the owner of the league for putting this on. But that'll be the end of the night, and I will catch you guys in 3 weeks at Darlington. As like I said, I will be missing the next 2 races, which is Texas and Atlanta, 2 great racetracks. Last season, I believe Shad and Brad and Jordan Bain had a huge battle in Xfinity at Texas. So see if those guys can put on that again. And then Atlanta coming up is always a tough, gritty, tire wearing track. So definitely look forward to watching that and seeing what you guys can do.